Alice is asking, both of my parents drink a lot of Diet Coke. My mom has neuropathy in her feet, and my dad has a neurological eye twitch. What are the effects of aspartame on the brain and body? Asking your stance on Diet Coke.
I'm not a fan. Aspartame, and you know, like I have a sweet tooth. I have a grandfather who was a candy maker. And so, you know, not wanting to get fat, although they found aspartame doesn't help you lose weight. I drank a lot of it, but when I was 37, I actually had arthritis, my hands and my feet. I'd had trouble getting off the floor when I would play with my kids when they were young. And one of my patients told me that when she stopped aspartame, her arthritis went away. And I'm like, no way. So I stopped it and my arthritis went away. And if you read the research on it, it's actually associated with a lot of neurological stuff. And if your mom has neuropathy, first thing I'd do is kill the aspartame. I mean, if you have any emotional or physical symptoms, the first thing to do, number one, is get your diet right, is get rid of artificial dyes, sweeteners, gluten, dairy, corn, soy, sugar. And Brendon, you just can't believe the number of people who don't need me when they eat right.
Hello.
Hi, Audrey. How are you?
Fine. Nice to talk to you. And I want to thank you for your app because it's changed a lot for me. So thank you very much. And my question is, I'm about to do something I haven't done in a while, and I'm not sure I will find a way to, if I have to relearn everything, I mean, as if I've done for long. So how can tapping could help me to process from step by step to relearn the different steps to do what I have to do?
Yeah, absolutely. So the place that I would start is, you know, it sounds like maybe there's a little bit of stress and anxiety about having to relearn this, right? So, so starting right there, even though I'm stressed and anxious about the thing that I have to do, I choose to relax now, tapping through the points. And then I would just imagine, so you could just close your eyes, tap through the points and imagine what it is you have to do. I imagine that there's going to be a first step that you have to take, right? Whether, I don't know if you're going to a class or learning a new thing. So just see that happening. See yourself, like, let's say you were going back to school, okay? You're going back to school and you haven't been in school in 20 years and you're going, oh my gosh. And there's people that are younger than me there and there's all these things going on. So you close your eyes, you tap through the points, you see yourself driving to the school. And you can imagine, I mean, what's incredible about the body and why the tapping works in this way is that if you have to go back to school, you can imagine driving back to school and feel anxiety in your body, right? Nothing's happening, but you're imagining it. So you tap through the points and you release that. And then you go and you get to the school and you walk in the classroom and you're like, oh my gosh, I feel now my anxiety went up. Good. Tap through the points, bringing it down. So you're just riding that wave of what is it that I'm feeling? What is it that's coming up that I'm stressed and anxious about? And then bringing it down. Within the app, we have, I'm trying to think of what might be helpful. We have a test anxiety one in the app, if anything is related around learning. There's a sports performance flow creator that could be interesting because then you can really visualize. I know it's related to sports, but it applies to other things. You know, you can visualize that change happening. And then the other thing that might fit your need is we have a couple on fears and phobias. So like there's a fear of flying, but you can just replace whatever this fear is with one of those fears and phobias. So those resources might help.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I got some great questions from the community here I really loved that I'll ask you here. One was from Michaela, who was asking and sharing that she had always been an expert at kind of staying calm, but recently she's learned that that's kind of her denying her feelings to keep everyone else comfortable.
Yep.
Where's the line when dealing with people?
Yeah. I think that's beautiful. So my mom, I don't know if anyone in here is familiar with the Enneagram, but it kind of gives you these personality traits and types. And my mom is the peacekeeper. So we always say, you know, she's the person who you'll ask, like, where do you want to go to dinner to? And she'll say, like, I really don't care. Where do you want to go? And she genuinely doesn't, because she wants to keep the peace. And I've learned that a lot of times that people that are in those roles maybe grew up in more chaos, or grew up in a situation where they were the one that set the tone of the energy. And so they've taken on that embodiment of, I'm going to set the tone for everyone else, and I need to show them that I'm calm so they can be calm. And it absolutely can suppress our feelings and our emotions. And I think we can embody something as much as we possibly can, but if we're not feeling it, it's not an actual reflection of who we are or where we are in that moment. And so, you know, the other day I like cried for the first time in a long time. And I was like, I think I just needed to get this out. Like, there's a lot of hormones happening here. Like, but I was like, have I been suppressing this, or did this just kind of escape me at the right moment? And I think what is really important is when you get quiet enough with yourself to check that check engine light of, how am I really feeling about this? How am I really navigating this? Not how are people expecting me to navigate it, but how do I really feel? You're able to trace those emotions. And a lot of times you can uncover past pain or past trauma or past positive experiences that are guiding the way that you're feeling, enough to either course correct or just acknowledge those feelings and allow yourself to feel them. So I think a lot of times we've got to kind of reverse engineer the fact that we're the person that we think we have to set the tone, and allow ourselves to just be a human being and to feel all those things. Just like with Coco, if she's feeling anxious or nervous, it's like, baby girl, feel those things. And then let's see if we've got to work past them, if there's something we've got to unpack here.
This can be your day for personal growth. This can be that day you committed to and you remember and you go, that was the day I got myself a community. I got better coaches. I committed to making my life the absolute best that I could. This is that day. Make today your growth day. Click the button on this page and sign up right now.